All right. And we're back with another episode of Fabula Ultima Pyrithal. Last week was a bit chaotic with, uh, clearing out the ghost ship, making ways for new residents, and, fixing it to be something that people can live with. Uh, Unfortunately, uh, your good friend Trag pointed out some things about your friend, Zal. Or you might know him a little bit better now as Zalmoxis, the Shadow Emperor of Anu.
Dun dun dun!
Which he revealed that he wanted your fancy little keys so he could get that wish instead of you guys. He didn't really reveal why. He didn't feel like it at the time. But he managed to basically kick all y'all asses. Except for sneaky little Ari. To recut the scene here where you discover him, you wrestle him out into the hallway. He drops, and the box containing the keys just slides across the floor. Ari, before Zal can even notice, switches the boxes out with a little contraption that they made for an occasion such as this, and manages to escape into the ducts. Zal does a powerful spell that reduces pretty much everyone in the party to 1 HP, except for Bereau, who manages to reverse the spell right back at Zal. Zal, on the other hand, somehow manages to recover from all of this. Attack Bereau, grab the box, don, like a magical girl, his royal regalia, and break a hole in your door, and jump out, and fly away with what magic power remains in him. However, as he flies away, Ari, you watch him go into the distance, and as soon as he's nearly out of sight, you flick the switch to trigger the trap, and you go check on your friends. We cut to miles away in the desert. Zal taking a break from what he just had to do, opens the box, and a weird little music box chime comes up.
Can I slightly change what happened? Not like
Sure.
a full Fabula point to change the story.
Uh-huh.
Can I say it's like kind of like a Jack in the Box comes out, but what comes out is like a mini bunker buddy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll allow it.
Yes.
So, just a little pop sort of goes the weasel, sort of. A tiny bunker buddy wiggles out. And the box explodes in his face. Soot covers his face. He's already exhausted a lot of his energy to even do what he just did. And he says to himself, "Clever girl. Absolutely despicable."
Like the dinosaurs.
And
Can I
literally,
spend a fabula point? Can I spend a fabula point where he looks at the camera and have him say, "They do realize this needs more."
You don't even have to do that. He's already hair's blasted back, foot, his face, covered in soot. The whites of his eyes are coming out from the soot here. Crown spinned around. Well, I hope they do realize that this means war.
He did it. He said the line.
And we cut back to the party hours later. And by the way, this is hours later when he actually goes to check on his on this.
Yeah, imagine if it happened too quickly, he would just turn right around and be like, "Hey,
yo."
Must have been the wind.
Yep, exactly. You guys are able to fix the door relatively easily. What's the mood in the car here?
So just to confirm, we still have all of our keys?
Yeah.
Also, just to confirm, has Ari told everyone that she...
That's up to you.
Okay.
Like, people are sweeping up.
Yeah, okay. I think I know how I want to play it. Yeah, she, comes back in. She comes back in from the ducks and, kind of just looks around. What's everyone so bummed about? I mean, we all knew that guy was sketchy, right?
Al says, I'm just disappointed. He should have been honest with us from the beginning that he was the Emperor.
Yeah, I don't think I would have.
We would have still helped him.
Honestly, I don't know too much about the Emperor. Other than...
I say, well, there's probably only about a dozen people that knows what he looks like. That's including us.
Fair. You should probably be a little bit careful with that now, right?
You see Hal being like, oh no, I already messaged Trag that he was the Emperor and put wanted posters up, so I mean eventually people will figure it out.
Nice.
I'm sure he'll probably give me a long lecture the next time we meet him.
Yeah, most likely.
You just see Bunker staring in the background, look 1,000-yard stare, like he has given up.
I like how we can tell it's a 1,000-eye stare even through your helmet.
Yeah, no. You see glint of an eye peering through.
Bunker, you good? Oh, okay.
Bunker kind of just walks out, closes the room, and then actually goes to the ship has a workshop, right? Or
I was kind of imagining Ari's room as the workshop, but it doesn't have to be.
You probably have, because we described all of our rooms and stuff. You probably have in your room like an area where you work on your gun and your bunker buddy and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Because now we actually have whole rooms instead of just a bunch of bunk beds.
Yeah. Bunker is basically in his room now. You hear loud word like crafting occurring, basically him trying to make him making stuff. You're not sure what yet since you're not in his room, but he's working on something.
So
Door's unlocked, but there's just lab machine working and whatnot.
So does okay, wait, never mind. I think Ari says, well, I'm glad I grabbed all these before that guy before the Emperor left. And she just like holds up the keys.
Hell looks over and is like, "Oh, I thought you only grabbed one of them. Well, when did you grab the other two?"
She just laughs. You'll never know. Yeah, no, I think the Emperor's gonna be a little bit upset.
He says, "Yeah, we probably shouldn't hang out in this area."
Yeah.
I say, the good news is the next place we need to go is outside of the Emperor's control.
That is good. Yeah. Anyway.
We're probably going to need to find ways to boost our strength, though. If the Emperor is personally coming after us.
Yeah, he's pretty powerful.
The previous guys, like, his lieutenants and stuff, his generals, they didn't seem that tough. That first guy, I got the feeling that he had to use the bathroom too much. We already beat up the priest. There's two others. I don't really think they're much of a. I think we could take them, but I don't really think we have anything that can actually fight that Emperor if he decides to come after us directly.
Yeah, I can work on some stuff. All I'm working on right now is trying to get my sea monkeys to be able to talk to everyone. Well, mostly just the one.
Yeah. Hal says,
sensitive little guy.
Hal says, I think we're gonna need to negotiate with that demon that's inside of me.
What?
Say the demon that's inside of me?
You've had a demon inside of you?
I say, yeah, I thought that was common knowledge.
Is it just a small demon? How does it fit? Did you eat it?
I say, well, I'm not 100% sure it's fully there. It's like half there. It's a side effect of me microdosing that dark energy.
Ari just kind of puts her head in her hands. I guess that's to be expected. Anyway, I'm gonna go work on some stuff. You finish cleaning up here or whatever. Yeah, and then she also goes into her room and starts working on some things.
Alright, Hal will finish resetting everything. Half of it is probably he just resets the magic on the bus, so that way it reverts some of the things back to normal. We were able to fully stock up on supplies at the ghost ship, right? So we're pretty much good to go, right?
Yeah, with the ghost ship payout, and with the additional items, the town basically gave you enough food to get you where you need to go.
Inventory points, or
your inventory points restored.
Nice.
Should we pay for them, or are they just restored from us going through the town?
You donated a giant fucking boat.
Okay, they're restored.
Yeah. I think in exchange, the town basically, here's a free thing once.
That sounds fair to me.
Never ask for anything else again.
Don't come back even.
No, they owe me a favor. I'm coming back.
Please. We beg you.
They think they can go into hiding, but not for me. So yeah, I think Ari stays in her room for a while and works on just some projects. I'm imagining that Brecken is steering the ship to get them someplace safe.
Yeah.
Brecken unintentionally taking them to the royal capital, Baladon. The one place I know is safe.
Well, he's got enough money to pay off his bounty now, so.
True.
I'll go check in on Brecken. I knock on the door, and I'm like, "Hey, Brecken."
Bunker?
Oh, sorry, Bunker. Your names are just always reversed.
Not this time.
Yeah, it's been preemptive. Usually I can get away with that. I'm like, "Hey, Bunker, how's it going?"
Hey. I'm doing well. You've seen he is in a pile of like made bullets and ammunition that he pretty much has like a crate, like several crates made, labeled by element of what they do.
Can we say that some time has possibly passed? Because then I just want Ari to join as well, unless we want
Yeah.
Yeah. That's right.
I was still taking some time to clean up and that kind of stuff. So you also come in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ari comes in. I think she just kind of like sits on Bunker's bed. She's very casual about it. It's a little bit like almost like she's overstepping her boundaries, but she makes herself comfortable.
I like to imagine Hal picks up one of the bullets listed as lightning, and he like puts his fingers on either side so it completes the circuit and it shocks him. Drops it. And he's like, "Oh, this thing's pack a punch."
I thought you were gonna say he eats it.
Yeah.
Guys, Hal's not dumb, okay? He's a little goofy. Alright.
Microdosed
he trusts people too much.
Void liquid. Microdoses the black void liquid, so now he's a demon in him.
He gains so much power.
Not
He
dumb.
gains so much power. It's only benefited him. The only
Making a pact
downside
with an eldritch deity, the sign of the man of lesser intelligence.
out of character, the only things that were harmed by it were a couple of bandits. In character, Hal feels really bad about it.
So Ari is sitting on the bed, and she's kind of like, does Hal also just like get comfortable?
No, he's like rummaging through the stuff Bunker's making.
True.
He's not mechanically inclined, so he doesn't really understand it. You know, he's lived most of his life, you know, as an orphan on the streets. So he's definitely not trained in terms of this kind of stuff. But it interests him, so he is curious. That's the reason why you wanted to know what happened to me, microdose.
God.
Ari's kind of like looking over the keys that she has, like kind of inspecting them in detail, and then she's like, I'm imagining some silence goes by, and she says, "So, what's the wish you guys want to make if we find this thing we're looking for?"
Hal says, "I'm not really sure exactly what I want the wish to be. I was going to, it kind of all depends on, do we get one wish, or do we each get a wish?"
I do want to make note of it. Iggy is not here. I think you guys would all notice that Iggy is not here. He's probably
so, you know, if we only get one wish, Hal says, then we should like total. Then we should use it to, you know, try and make this world a better place to live in. Perhaps one that can even like coexist with Bereau's species. So that way, you know, we don't need to worry, you know, like, it seems like all of those demons, they just want to like leave the place they're currently in because it's a really bad environment. So if we can figure out an exact wish depending on what the rules are for the wishes, to maybe make the world a place where we can all coexist. That would work.
Bunker passively is just like, while he's still working, it's just like, that's some idealist bullshit.
I say, well, it depends on how powerful the wish is.
No, it's not going to happen.
Why not?
Even with an all-powerful wish, I feel that people are just going to find a way to kill each other. I mean,
Hell says, well, I mean, I'm definitely not trying to create a utopia. Like it'll still be bad, but we should at least like give people a fighting chance to make those decisions themselves.
Any sort of world peace, I think, is going to come at someone's expense.
Says, yeah, I'm not saying that we should wish for world peace. Hal thinks for a second and says, the ones who are technically closest to achieving that are the Empire anyway. Assuming they win, then the world would be at peace, and that doesn't necessarily mean that it's a good thing. But providing, making improvements to the world to lessen the suffering, and people are still going to fight, but the majority of the people are able to live happily, then I think that we should go for. If we all get a wish, then things kind of change, or if the wish is limited based off of the technology that's there. We don't know all of the rules for it yet. So Hal thinks for a little bit.
Let's say we only get one wish. Would you just not wish for something for yourself?
Hal says, well, I mean, I joined up for the paycheck here. Place to live, place to sleep. I didn't even really know about the wish until we started going into those dungeons. So if there's not really anything, that I'd want, maybe like, I could bring my town back. They were but I'm not even sure if they would, they probably don't want to come back if the world is exactly the same. So first, we'll try and make the world a little bit more peaceful.
Bunker, what about you?
I'll deserve a wish, I'm gonna be honest.
You think you don't deserve a wish more than anyone else?
I have killed more people than I possibly could have ever thought I did in my lifetime.
What if you wish to go back and keep yourself from killing them?
There's nothing to go back to. I've done what I've done. I've done so much.
You wouldn't wish to go back to the past, keep yourself from becoming what you are?
I think I was ruined from moment one ever since I was born in the Anuian Empire. And it was a colony, but...
Dang, I thought I was a pessimist.
I turn to Bunker and I say, I don't know, why don't you then just, like, wish for, like, a really good meal or something? It doesn't need to be this big thing,
There may actually be one wish. But I don't think magic could fix it. So, did I ever tell you how I got here?
I don't think so. I'm not usually the chatty type.
I might as well tell. What the hell? We're on a suicide mission at this point. Alright, so
Yeah, I'd like
years
to hear.
before I joined this crew, I was a soldier with the Nubian Empire. And let's just say I was a really good soldier, in fact. Made top bar until I got one mission. I was told to wipe out a village. And that village was a Nubian territory. It wasn't until after I found out that there was no real need to destroy it. And when I criticized my officer, they did this to me. And Bunker finally takes off his helmet in front of Iori, and you see his horribly scarred body, like head, body. He has an eye patch, pretty much.
Didn't
And
Ari
bullet.
see-
I don't think I have.
I just remember her saying
You may have seen like the back of his head, but
Okay.
Yeah, we definitely saw you briefly without it, but it wasn't like a full reveal.
yeah. He does not have a normal jaw. This man, Bunker, looks more like without the helmet, looks more like a cyborg than anything. Like, looks like Adam Smasher now looking at him, but like nothing but it's just like joking at myself.
Where's that picture, Austin?
Yes, the scar map. Yes, I will post it in the Fabula chat. I think I posted once or twice, but I don't think I posted in this one. Give me one moment. Yep. Oh yeah, by the way, Bunker then removes part of his gauntlet, revealing a prosthetic hand. Takes off his left boot, revealing like also a prosthetic, but not as fancy. Like
I think
like a foot looks like a duck paddle, like web foot.
Ari?
I think Ari does not. She's kind of like a little unfazed by all the scars and everything. If anything, she like takes a closer look at the prosthetics and is like just analyzing the mechanics of them.
Okay.
What?
I actually wanted to tell you, because you would have the know-how about this.
Yeah.
Knowing what you do. His Bunker's scars. You're familiar with prosthetics like this. You're a pirate.
And I was a daredevil.
Yeah, when you were a daredevil, so you've met some members of your family had scars like this. You had family members who were missing, ends of their ears, legs, arms. Hell, your former captain from when you were a pirate is practically a full body cyborg if it was not for his head. And for the most part, it's not the scars that bother you. It's the fact that he was given some of the junkiest prosthetics that you have seen. They you noticed a creak when Bunker walked before, but now you thought it was his armor. Now you know that his leg definitely not oiled in a long time. Gauntlet. You're surprised that his trigger finger even still works. It's he's not taking care of himself.
I think Ari gets like a little bit angry. I think she's like, dude, I didn't know you had prosthetics. Why didn't you let us take care of it? You know Iggy and I would have been upgrading you at this point. You have the junkiest looking prosthetics I've ever seen. I think she immediately like doesn't wait for him to answer. She like grabs an oil can and starts like fiddling with them just to make them a little bit looser. Doesn't like start disassembling them and improving them or anything like that, but just kind of makes them a bit easier to deal with.
Bunker.
When's the last time you cleaned this? There's dirt here. She like scrapes it out.
It wasn't your concern.
If you're a member of my crew, it's part of my concern. I think when you say that, she kind of like steps back a little bit and she's like, I don't know. I think if it were anybody else, not this group of people, I think it wouldn't have been my concern, but it doesn't feel right for you not to take care of yourself. I don't know. She's silent for a little bit, and then she says, did I ever tell you guys how Iggy became a fire elemental?
No. I mean, if we're spilling stories.
Al says, did he microdose fire elemental energy?
Well, I know you were gonna say something like that.
I feel like Hal's just messing with another bullet in the background while this dramatic stuff's happening. like he fucking burns himself off a fire bullet. Stop.
Well, I feel like he's taken like a fire bullet and a cold bullet and he's put them really close together. So it's causing like a little bit of like a wind tunnel. Like he's figured out how to like use them. Yeah, he's figured out how to use them in like not intended ways.
I think so. While Ari's gonna be saying what she's saying, she's gonna be like fiddling with Bunker's armor and like oiling it up and like cleaning it and fixing the parts.
Yeah.
Like you basically have like just like Bunker before he could react, just like tear apart his armor pretty much, and now he's in like his A80s or whatnot. Like, hey, okay.
She's like literally like taking your arm without your consent and your leg.
She hasn't taken it off.
Yeah, like
she's sitting there holding it and like cleaning it.
Yeah.
Like imagine if it weren't a prosthetic, imagine if someone took your hand and started cleaning underneath your fingernails.
Yeah.
You're getting a pedicure.
Yeah.
Bunker's like, okay. Bunker has given up.
I think you can tell that part of the reason that she's doing it without asking is because she doesn't want to like make eye contact. She wants to focus on something else.
Yeah. It's also amazing how he has not gotten an infection from this as well.
Chances are always everything. So she continues on and she says, so I grew up in a family of daredevils. We'd all travel around, stunts, obstacle courses, escapes, monster wrangling, hover bike races, anything and everything that could provide a thrill. I mean, my family is pretty scrappy, but it's basically part of the deal that not everyone defies death every time. In fact, seeing like a body in your condition, missing an arm and a leg, kind of common. It's amazing that I'm relatively unscathed from it. I've got my fair share of scars, but part of the deal that no one defies death every time. It wouldn't be a really death-defying stunt if we weren't actually facing death. It's probably why my family's so big. If you have a ton of kids, some of them will surely survive to adulthood, right? We weren't allowed to do the actual dangerous stunts till we got older and knew we could handle it, though. No one ever forced anyone into a stunt. think it was in our genes to love the excitement. Iggy's family, on the other hand, they were smart and cautious. Calm, hardworking, boring. Our families have had a partnership for generations where they would be our mechanics, build our stunts, work on our bikes. They all had access to some fire magic, so working with metal came really naturally for them. Iggy was an only kid, so he would spend a lot of time with the rest of me and my siblings. It was pretty funny to see how scared he would always get of getting hurt from every little thing. He'd work on my bike with me, show him new stunts I had planned. Kind of amazing how well we fit into our roles of brainless adrenaline junkie and cautious little nerdy genius. He told me one day that his dream was to leave the family business behind and travel the world. But he didn't want to leave me and everyone else behind, so he didn't know what we'd do without him to make our stunt courses for us. So, naturally, I wanted to see my best friend follow his dream. So I started secretly working on building my own bike course, just to prove that we'd be fine without him. Let me tell you, it was amazing. Fire hoops, bike traps, tight turns, projectiles. It definitely wasn't as sturdy as...
How old were you?
15.
Okay.
Definitely wasn't as sturdy as something his family would make. Kinda just threw a bunch of junk together. Sad. I would say it's probably pretty impressive for a 15-year-old doing for the first time, but... Anyway, I brought him to the course, and he was less than thrilled. He did nothing but have that, like, skeptical look on his face, criticize my workmanship. He told me that it was a death trap, too risky for even any member of my Daredevil family. I mean, he was right, but I wanted to prove him wrong anyway. I went through the course, and everything was fine. Except for the ramp before the Ring of Fire at the end. It came a bit loose and almost made me lose my balance and slam right into the ring, but I managed to tilt out of the way. Made it through right alright. When I landed, I was really excited, but he was not impressed, and he was angry even. I gloated a bit, but then we started arguing. He just kept telling me how stupid I was for doing this, and blah blah. You know how he lectures. I got angry back, of course, and argued a bit more. I don't remember most of what we said. I just remember saying, "You're just mad. I can do your job better than you could do mine. You're just a scared kid. How do you expect to travel the world if you're not willing to take some risks?" I think it really stuck with him because he just said, "Fine." He took my bike to the start of the obstacle course. I didn't expect him to go through with it. He'd never done anything like that before. But he did. He did pretty well at first. A bit shaky, to be expected. It was going fine until he got to that loose ramp that I had stumbled on. This time, the ramp broke free, and he didn't have the experience to know how to avoid crashing. He went right into the Ring of Fire, like I almost had. I mean, I've seen stunts go wrong before. I've seen people die in stunts. Family members. But this was different. His family weren't risk takers. He was their only kid, and he was burning alive, and it was my fault. I ran into the fire to get him. Of course, my shoddy workmanship meant the fire was spreading, because I didn't know how to take precautions against that. His legs were crushed under the bike, and he had burns all over his body. I think he was able to use his powers to put the fire on himself out, but after that he didn't have enough energy to do the same for the fire surrounding him, so he was just trapped. I was lifting the bike off him, and he was just begging me to leave him behind, so I wouldn't get hurt too. And the rest of the ramp started to fall right for us. He threw me to the ground with his arm, and just held me down, and I remember seeing his other arm come up and turning to flames as used fire magic to knock the falling ramp away. Then he started absorbing the rest of the flames, and his body just started disappearing. He wasn't stuck under the bike anymore because his legs were gone. They turned into flames. He tried taking the fire away from me. I knew somehow if I let him go, he'd be gone for good. I don't know why I knew that, but I could see the magic eating him alive and getting ready to explode out of him. I just ran into the flames surrounding what was left of his body and held onto him as tight as I could, and he kind of just blew up in my arms. Somehow it didn't hurt me, on the outside at least, but it felt like my heart was burning from the inside out. When I woke up, Iggy's body was gone, but there was a little flame next to me. It was the only thing left burning, and it was the only thing left of Iggy. His parents were devastated, of course, but they were grateful he was alive at least. They tried not to blame me for any of it, but somehow that just made me feel more guilty. We realized pretty soon that Iggy wasn't the only one affected by what happened. I didn't have any injuries, but if Iggy and I got too far away from each other, that burning feeling would come back to my chest, and Iggy would start to become dim. I think we're just linked together somehow. We decided to leave home and search for a cure for whatever's happening. I was always pretty skeptical we'd find anything, but I figured this would be at least the chance to get Ig to travel the world. This wish, it's the first thing that might give us a chance to break the curse. I don't get it twisted into thinking I'm doing this selflessly. Right now, I'm just shackled to my guilt, and I hate myself. Iggy's my best friend, and I care about him, and I want him to have a life again, but more than anything, I just want to be free from all this guilt. And then she's quiet for a while after that.
Bunker.
Bunker. Okay.
I want your character to think about the word shackled to guilt. That is all. What is your response, both of you?
Ari, it's not your fault, and you're going to tell me otherwise, but look at me. You're... Sorry, I'm just trying to get my thoughts together. Because, wow, this is emotional. And Bunker doesn't know how to sort his emotions.
Ari kind of leans back. She's not like fiddling with his armor anymore. She leans back and she says, I mean, everyone always tells me it's not my fault, but that doesn't change how I feel about it. You know, for a long time I avoided letting myself care about people because I'm just so afraid of having to feel that guilt again. I mean, that was easy enough to do with the pirates because they were all pretty terrible people, but you guys are so good. You're kind and compassionate. You're all idiots, but you're fun to be around. It makes me feel like I did before any of this happened. And I just hate the person I've become even more. But it makes me want to be better.
Ari, I'm going to be honest. You're 1,000 times better than me in every single way. You're smart, you know how to work machinery. Hell, I don't have a job after this. Like, I'm just a gun for hire. I'm probably going to die in the sands when it's all done and dusted.
I mean, aren't we all? Plus, I'm not the smart one. Iggy's the one with the genius. I wouldn't be anywhere near where I am.
You're a mechanic. That's 1,000 times more useful than what I do for a living.
Yeah, but if I manage to actually separate from Iggy, give him the freedom that he deserves, then I can't continue being a mechanic after that.
Ari,
He's
could
the one who
you?
knows what he's doing. Sorry, what?
Ari, I want you to roll insight will on Bunker.
That's just 8. 12.
I'm just going to spell out a little bit of something. Bunker has the tendency to dwell on things for a little too long. And you can definitely tell, like, this is something that he's dwelled on. His own guilt. On one hand, you guys have basically gone through the same thing. Not necessarily you were a child, basically a child who messed up and caused a close friend to get hurt. Bunker was probably a man when he had to make these choices. But both of you are racked by so much guilt.
I do want to also point out, Ari has killed other people. Like, she was a pirate. She has killed other people. She only really feels guilty about Ignacio.
Yeah. Maybe that's something that you realize while speaking to Bunker here. Bunker feels so much guilt over almost every single person he's killed while with Anu.
Yeah, okay.
And you're both so guilt-ridden. But Bunker is also so stuck in his own guilt. It may be you a little bit too.
I think Ari picks up on that and she says, I can't believe you actually think that I'm better than you in any way. I feel guilty about a close friend. You feel guilty about people that you don't even know. I've killed people. I don't know them. Doesn't affect me. Doesn't make a difference to my life. Does that make me a better person? No way. I think just the fact that you're able to see your actions in the past and reflect on them and know that they were wrong, that makes you a better person than I am.
Bunker looks down at himself in silence. It's just like, thank you, Ari.
Hal's been listening to this conversation, and he says, "Man, you're both pretty dumb. Neither of you guys have given into the rage of your situations. You're both either blaming yourself or trying to find solutions to fix it. There are so many worse ways you could be doing it. Bunker.
Yeah.
Look, at the end of the day, you could have moved up in that situation. You could have been the good soldier, does what he's told. Once you figured out that things weren't good, you're out. It's a sign of your character that you've chosen to take the responsibility onto yourself rather than just simply blame your superiors. You can wallow in that depression forever, or you can try and redeem yourself. And even if you think that you're irredeemable, that doesn't mean that you can't give it a go. And Ari, look, this world is massive. There are so many mystical things that we don't understand. Even if this wish turns out to be a dead end, we get there and we find out it's not even real, which is something that I think we should be mentally prepared for, especially if you guys are putting a lot of these hopes and dreams on it. I don't think that would be the end. There are so many things about this world that we don't understand. There are, half a dozen ways to cure Ignacio. You just don't know them yet. And if you've already found one that seems like it's pretty good, then that means that there's got to be a lot others, because no one's that lucky.
Well, I was pretty prepared for this wish to just be nothing until the Emperor came along and seemed real interested in these keys.
I say, yeah, but we found him naked in a church, so
Fair enough.
There's
yeah,
still.
he's incredibly powerful.
Oh.
And he's a bit of a megalomaniac, and he
Sunburned.
probably shouldn't have political power, but at the end of the day, he's not untouchable. You were able to trick him, so I think that this wish is worth going after. Even if it's not, what we think it is when we get there.
So Ari takes two little wooden boxes out of her pockets, and she hands one to each of you, to both Bunker and Hal. She says, she actually, at first she doesn't say anything at all. She just waits for you guys to look in the boxes.
Well, do they just open? Like, do they have a button on them?
No,
Yeah.
they're
Bunker opens his. What happens?
It's no trick happens. It's just a little jewelry box, and inside of it is a ring on a chain.
I open mine. Is mine a trick?
No, it's also just a ring on a chain.
Yours pops open and a tiny gun pops out and kills out. Oh no, I was saving that for the Emperor. I'm sorry.
If you look closely at the rings, they're each engraved with specific. They're engraved with little pictures of different things that Ari has noticed are important to the both of you. So Hal, of course, there's breakfast on there. There's other little symbols. They're the colors of the rings. I'm gonna say Hal, yours is the color of your eyes. Bunker, yours is kind of the color of your armor, but not exactly. It's kind of the color of your armor with shiny little glimmers next to it. Not next to it, like glimmers of stone throughout it. She says, I made you guys this as a way of putting up with me all this time. You better keep it on you all the time and don't lose it.
Is it magic?
Not exactly. It might help you sometime in the future.
I said, does it do something?
You'll find out eventually.
Ah, it's a puzzle. I put it on.
Do you wear it on your finger, or do you wear it around your neck?
Oh, you said it's a ring?
It's a ring on a chain. So she says, yeah, I didn't know. If you do put it on your finger, it does fit itself to your finger. But she says to Bunker, I didn't know if you were the type to wear a ring because you're always in armor.
Bunker,
This might work better.
Rep, like, basically puts it on his ring finger, just, like, actually puts it on his fingers, like, keep an eye on it. And he uses his good hand to just kind of pat Ari on the head. Just like, it's alright.
She bursts into tears. She doesn't burst into tears.
Oh.
Well, she
No.
does. She
No,
doesn't
yeah,
move.
no.
She doesn't have an expression, but tears are like streaming down her face.
And I just want to congratulate all of you. You are all married to each other. Congrats.
Yay!
Kidding. I'm kidding.
Hell's polycule.
Why is it How's polycule? Why not mine?
Ari made the rings. It should be their polycule.
I was also confused about why it says.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Now, Hell's polycule.
I'm sorry for that joke. It is very funny. I'm gonna put that in my notes. Everyone got married to each other.
I will say,
Bereau comes in, I want a divorce. It's a bullshit.
she does also give personalized rings to Brecken and Bereau in a separate time, but they are just not here right now.
Yeah.
Real quick, can I change something?
Yes, sir.
Connar, I want to remove the inferiority tag from my bond from my arch nemesis and put the last two positive bonds on Hal and Ari. Can I do that?
Yeah. Go ahead. If you want to adjust your bonds of each other now, I'm also just, you know what, I'll do it at the end of the session, but yeah, no, your rings, so Bunker wears his, Hal on his finger. Hal is wearing it on his finger as well.
Yes.
So, what are these, Ari, if I may ask? Are these just a token of friendship, or is this?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that is the strongest kind of magic that I'm aware of. Because it's the kind of magic that lets you exploit Fabula.
What kind of bodies does he provide?
The magic it's like a metagame magic. It lets you have one extra bond.
God. I mean, they just had descriptions to the bond thing, so on the sheet. Yeah, the sheet.
I don't think I have the new sheet. I think it's on the old one.
Yeah,
No,
it's on the Roll20 sheet. But...
It's on the Roll20 sheet. Yeah, they put descriptions now.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think the amount of bonds that someone can have should be bigger.
Yeah.
That's honestly, I always say if you have bonds with NPCs,
I say it depends on the character, especially if you're playing the one character that's like, I'm destined to die. I'm going to blow myself next session.
Yeah, I think having the like, especially if you're playing like Dark Shadowblade or whatever the fuck.
You mean the one that I have?
Yeah, that lets you create bonds randomly.
I always assumed that just functionally, like, in battle, you would just get an extra one, and then it goes away.
Yeah. I also
Because whether
think,
or not you hate someone, like, you can hate everybody.
yeah, I just
You
think,
know?
I just think,
It's just mechanically.
I just think it's important, just due to, because sometimes parties can be like ours and they can be big. But that's beside the point. And, you know, how are you supposed to bond with NPCs? Anyway.
You can bond with them, you just can't get the bonuses.
I think that you should still be able to get the bonus.
You could technically have an NPC that's like a loved one or like a partner and just get like, oh, in my desperate hour, I come use a Fabula point to just get my +3 bonus.
Because I love
yeah, like Ari
Because I
has
love
all
my
the
wife
bonds
so
with
much.
Ignacio.
Yeah, and Ignatio's technically an NPC.
Yeah. I will say
Yeah, and I've got Trag.
I will say her bonds with Ignacio are not all positive.
Oh.
Because she has the inferiority bond with Ignacio.
Yeah, and Hal does not mistrust Trag, but he also isn't like necessarily loyal to him because he knows that, you know, he's one good mental breakdown from going off the edge.
Yep.
But then again, so are we all.
Yep.
I guess we should get down to one thing in particular. Well, the Emperor's still after us. We still got to deal with the big four. Especially Wolfhauser. Oh, right,
I'd say, I think those guys were pushovers.
Big four?
We're
You
pretty
remember
strong.
the?
The
Oh yeah,
the four spears.
that's right.
The four spears.
Ari was NPC mode when we were fighting the first spear.
Oh yeah.
I was a busy little lady. I was trying to graduate.
That's fair.
And I did.
Yeah.
And now you're full time employed to play stupid RPGs with us.
Oh. But what's the pay like?
Oh, it's
Zero.
What pay?
Exposure.
Exposure. I post these episodes on the internet without your consent.
You have all of our consent. You told us you were doing that before we started playing.
So there's just going to be a video of you partially crying on the internet now. I'm going to make it a YouTube clip.
It's called acting.
Then wipe the tears from your eyes, pussy.
Jesus Christ. Anyway,
yeah, I'll add it to my demo reel. Excuse me.
Talking about the four spears.
I'll actually post the examples of them because you have seen statues of them. The four heavenly spears around.
We fought Iris, but no one else.
No,
and we
Ishtar.
Ishtar. My mistake.
Yeah.
4 keys total, or were there just 3?
There are four keys that you need to find. You only have one more because you got one from from your first dungeon. So here are. You got one from the first dungeon. You got one from the temple. Yeah, you got one from. I'm sorry, you got one from the underwater jungle temple thing, and you got one from the ghost ship.
Yeah.
Technically, you've met 2. It's just the first one didn't bother to fight you.
He's a coward.
Yeah.
He spends too much time on the bathroom.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the...
He's just
We
got hot
spent-
girl
we spent-
ideas.
We spent so many Fabula points. It's making it maps. I'm just a really bad day.
Bro has another 8 Fabula points they could just dump into making this guy take a dump.
Well, that's part of the reason why I did it, because I had a good amount saved up, and I was like, all right, let me use some of these.
All right.
I also was testing the waters to see how far I could push it.
So.
Although, just to explain, we got the 4 pillars. If you need a recap, we got the 4 pillars.
It's the 4 heavenly spears, is what they are.
Spears. Oh yeah, the 4 heavenly spears. Granted, all of them have spears. That we know of.
The title is called Spear.
He's got a spear somewhere.
And half of them have spears, though.
There is
we just bully the other half that doesn't.
There is actually alternate art of them holding spears. I just don't have it on me at the moment.
I do have to say,
Dude.
technically one is a trident, and technically one is an axe.
Well, more of a
A
halberd.
trident is a type of spear.
Is that correct?
Yeah,
Yes.
spear is the general term.
Pole arm is the overall weapon group. But
you know
yes.
what? I'm gonna say, 4 heavenly pole arms does not roll off the tongue.
Yes.
No. Even pole arms are also a type of spear. Spear is the general term.
Yeah, but as the name doesn't work.
Yeah, a trident is a 3-pronged spear.
Yeah.
So, just to go over our roster of ne'er-do-wells, because if we're going to fight the Emperor, we'll probably have to go through these guys. We got Ishtar, which we faced. You weren't there, kind of. You were there in spirit.
Yeah, wasn't she not? I know I was MTC mode, but wasn't Ari also just not there for the fight? Wasn't she like doing something else?
Yeah,
I think you were doing something else.
You were taking care of background stuff, and I did roll for you. You technically did do some attacks against her. Technically, she downed Hal and Brecken before ultimately.
Well, no, Hal got back in the fight. I think she downed Bunker and
I don't think I went down.
Oh yeah, that's right. She downed Bunker and Brecken.
Yeah. I need to rewatch that episode.
Yeah. So
anyway, Ishtar. Ishtar. She's the spear of religion.
yeah.
Basically, the highest level kiss ass.
Can we take a little break?
Yeah.
I have to use the bathroom.
Okay.
Fair enough.
We will.
And then I'll continue my explanation.
Yeah, I don't want to.
Of course, yeah.
I don't want to
of
be
course.
thinking. I don't want to be thinking like I have to pee the entire time you're doing your.
Yeah. Bunker's big lecture.
I'm gonna correct the information, but yeah, we'll take a quick break.
I think probably what happens is Bunker starts to explain it, and Ari's like, "Can I use the bathroom before we go through all this?"
Yeah, this is all in character.
Yeah, no, Bunker basically had pull out like the whole projection slide and everything, and just like, all right, fine.
Bunker going into military tactics mode, basically.
Yeah, Bunker.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
Alright. I'll be right back as well. I need to use the restroom.
I'm gonna mute us on the OBS.
Okay.
We're back from our break. So now it's time for lecture time with Bunker. These characters you see in front of you aren't here. It's Bunker's little projector that he has in his room. How'd he got one? I'm gonna need some fucking...
From the Ghost Pirate ship.
Yes, whatever. I don't care. I'm not even gonna have you spend an inventory point for it. It's here for illusion. First. We have Ishtar.
Yeah, no. Ishtar. High Priestess and biggest kiss ass of the four spears. Connor, care to go over Ishtar's actual description?
She is the spear of devotion. From your fight with her, you know that she is her battle tactic is usually having people take hits for her and then either healing herself up or doing magic drain attacks, basically. Or do giant light beams at you if she doesn't need the HP at the moment.
Yeah, no, she basically is in charge of the whole worship, whole religion of the treat the emperor as a god. Which, that's a whole nother thing with the royal bloodline. Apparently, they have the ancestry of a god. It's us colonists don't know much about that. Then we have Amaterasu. You can go over his brief description, and then Bunker can make some notes.
They are the Spear of Secrets. You don't actually know much about them, but that's kind of their point. You know that they're, from what you remember hearing about them, they're like a big espionage person. They're the spy network of the Empire.
Yeah, no, not much known about the head of the espionage of the Empire. Though, if anything, he might as well also be like propaganda guy as well, judging the fancy outfit or whatnot. But if we do encounter this guy, just make sure he doesn't get the jump on you. And then there's Odin, or Wolfhauser as I know him. The Spear of War. You could give his... I know him the most. Basically, I served under his command, along with his... what do we name the weapon group?
Give me a moment. I had their notes. Give me a brief second. Oh, it's it's Odin's Valkyrie unit.
As a part of his Valkyrie unit, I was we each have code names. I was Molnir. He's more concerned. Not only he's strong, but the Valkyrie unit. We did face them. Remember the guy with the mech? He was very small. You made fun of his height, Ari.
It's like, no, but that does sound like me.
Yeah, I probably would do that.
Yeah, no, bit of a pushover. That guy's bit of a pushover, though. His mech is pretty strong compared to the other Val mechs. Note on the Valkyries, they all have their own special weapon, like yourself, truly. Though this thing's points at the hammer gun. This thing's starting to show his age, so I might need an upgrade to this in the future.
Be glad to work on it.
Oh yeah, I could work on it myself as well, but that's something I need to talk about Connar with later. But yeah, Odin is ruthless. He's possibly the strongest of the spears in combat. If we do fight him, bring your all and be prepared. And then there's oh god.
Emotionally instead of in combat. But he's not too in touch with his feelings.
Yeah, I would say he's like the emotional support of the group, but I guess that's more Ishtar. And then there's okay.
I'm gonna tell you right
Ari
now.
was making a joke.
Yeah.
She does not think that they should actually fight them emotionally.
From what you remember, and maybe his personality sort of went off on you, Austin. Odin was a brilliant military tactician. However, they were not very good with people skills.
He can be bullied.
He just...
Did he like actually get worked up really easily?
No, it was more of you would take things very literally. Very direct and literal person. Battle smart, not people smart. Wise. You know, he'll give you some, like, advice out of nowhere, and it's some of the best shit you've ever heard. But he'll also just, like, someone could flirt with him, and he wouldn't realize ever. Like, hey, big boy. He would respond with,
I am big.
Yes, I'm quite large.
And I am male.
I'm quite a large male. Thank you.
I'm sorry. Now I'm just imagining like Virgin Bunker and then Chad Odin.
Basically.
God. Anyway, yeah, Odin's very strong. I would not fight him one-on-one. And then we got the fourth spear, the spear of science.
Yeah.
Huge nerd, but did help the military with the weapons development. That's how I got this thing. Points the gun. Though he considers it archaic. You can continue. You can take over the description, Con.
Yeah. Zeus is known as the Spear of Innovation. He is... from what you remember from session 1, he was a bit of an asshole. So, you know.
Oh yeah, he's the one whose technology we stole.
Yeah. Attempted to, yeah.
No, we did. We have the magic cannon on the bus now.
That is right. You did steal his magic cannon. And / anti-magic cannon.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, you... those are the 4 heavenly spears. It does cross your mind that there is one more general, Austin, that might come into play?
Wait, I think I have knowledge of the fifth spear, but
It's less so a fifth spear and more of someone who holds the title of shield.
oh, there is one more person. And I guess compared to Odin, he's more formidable, but unlike Odin, who's out on the field, this guy's right hand of the Emperor, I'm guessing.
You've only heard legends of what the shield is like.
Only heard legends, but
You've heard that Odin has fought him,
mm-hmm.
and Odin, it ended in a draw. That's all you know about the guy.
Yeah, I got nothing of the shield. And when like Bunker tries to do like the slide for his illustration, it just like is a poorly like question mark image followed by like Ignatio's like drawing, like possible drawing of him of what he looked like. It's like poorly drawn.
Know his name?
Yeah. The title?
Do you
Yeah.
know his name?
His actual name, I know Wolfhauser's, Odin's, it's Wolfhauser's. As for the shield, what is his name or title?
You know the title. Give me a moment. I do have it. Alright. Whenever you're gonna hate me for this one. His name, and I hate myself for it, but it is based on something that ties into the whole mythology and everything, so I wanted to use it. Golgana.
Why do we hate you for that?
Because it's hard to
Golgana?
pronounce it,
Golgana?
and yeah.
Me? Golgana.
You Golgana.
Me? Golgana. Me?
Gulganna.
Is there an actual real
AKA
world?
the shield,
Okay.
the shield of the Emperor, the Heavenly
Okay.
Bowl.
Okay. Yeah. If Odin wasn't around, he'd probably be the toughest guy in the Empire. I haven't even seen him once. I'm gonna be honest, I have nothing on him. And that's my lecture for the day. Any questions, class?
Can you repeat their names?
We have Ishtar,
Ishtar.
Amaterasu, Odin, and Zeus. And then Golgana. AKA the Shield of the Empire.
Okay, I wrote them down. So who's Osiris? Not Osiris. What's his name?
Amaterasu?
Oh yeah, no. Who's Osiris? I think Ari says this. I don't know if you guys remember, but Osiris was Zal's brother.
I thought he was the Emperor.
Osiris is the emperor?
Was, until Zal.
So what's his deal?
Well, he's very much dead. What I could tell you now. Zal took over, and
You do remember Zal said openly admitted to killing Dad.
Osiris was his dad.
Was he his dad? I have it written that he's his brother.
There could, you know how royal families are. There could
There
be a
what?
brother
There could be a brother?
named
Yeah,
Osiris.
There could be a brother, though. If he's just as vain as Zal, I don't like the option of getting him as an ally. If anything, look, I'm going to be honest with you. If we meet one more person from Anui, the Anuian Empire, I'm going to kill them.
I mean, I was just kind of thinking he might be another obstacle in our way. You think I'm gonna try to make friends with someone first? Ari,
Really?
I say, well, just maybe not murder them right away. It's okay to distrust.
We trust everyone we came across, and they betrayed us. If I'm having trust issues, then I don't know what to tell you.
Well, I agree. We probably shouldn't work with them. But like, you know, they could just be a civilian. You know.
well, if they're a civilian, then they can be used as a hostage.
Yes, but that only works if they're alive.
Yeah, that's true. But if they're
I was
not a
totally
civilian,
okay with using them as a hostage.
if they're not a
that
civilian,
means that they'll be unharmed.
if they're if they're not a civilian, then that'll be another enemy we have to consider.
Yeah, but I'm
Yeah,
okay
so-
fighting enemies.
Yeah, no, Cyrus sounds like a distant relative of the Empire. If we use him as a meat shield, maybe we'll come out on top. If not, then Anyway, the spears are the big worries right now, and the only other issue is we have is the Valkyries themselves. I could. Do you have what the Valkyries look like, Con, or?
Yes, actually.
Can I give a lecture on them before we wrap up the session today?
I will pull their art. Give me a moment.
Yeah.
In between this, I think Ari says, "Oh yeah, what did you and Trag talk to Zal about?"
Oh, about whether or not he was the emperor.
Uh,
Well, what did he say?
I mean, you know, it was mostly lies. You know, we were thinking that he might be like just like a family member, because that's what I had assumed based off of his things, is that he was like a cousin of the emperor, not the emperor himself. And so you know, Trag was trying to figure out if he was someone that we should use as a hostage or not. And it's probably good we didn't try then. He probably would have killed both of us.
Well,
So good on us for
yeah, glad you're not dead.
and you know, because basically I was like, you know, we can keep an eye on him here. If he tries to do anything, you know, we'll be ready.
yeah, I was gonna say, like, we basically played us all. Oh yeah. Oh, enjoyed.
It's me.
Oh, Brecken, you're just in time for the lecture.
Oh, what lecture? What'd I do?
Brecken walks back out.
I'll
Yeah,
show
yeah.
you how to learn.
Bunker closes the door on him, the automatic door on him.
Wait, what's going on?
It's time for Brecken to learn. We're gonna race that int die if you like it or not.
I think really quick, Ari hands Brecken a box with a ring in it, with a ring on a chain.
Uh-huh.
The ring says Captain on it, and it has like a bunch of engravings on it that are like specified, like special for Brecken, like personalized for Brecken. So there's like a mustache. There's like artist tools. I don't know, a paintbrush, stuff like that.
Are we giving each other gifts?
Ari's giving everyone a gift. If you put it on your finger, it'll magically be the size of your finger, whatever finger you put it on. But other than that, she's like, it's just a gift. Don't worry about it.
Thank you.
By the
You
way,
know, like-
Bunker doesn't have his helmet on. By the way, when you enter the room,
You walk in. Who is this fool?
Oh,
Yeah,
hey,
no,
Bunker.
we had a very emotional conversation. Anyway, the lecture, we got the Valkyries to worry about as well, outside of the four spears of the Emperor, including the shield.
Okay, quick. Do I know what the Valkyries are?
No,
you technically met one of
you
them.
met one. We met one.
He was piloting a mech and he didn't have art at the time. This is what he looked like. He was
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not in the Roll20.
yeah.
Get your ass in here.
Okay, cause
This Robin Hood looking.
Yeah.
Part of me wonders if he came from Zeus, and he was. I wonder if Zeus came to us one day and told us he was a scientific experiment.
oh goodness.
He looks like a rat man.
That's because he's not a Heyman like you guys. Every member of the Valkyrie unit, Bunker, is a core up.
What's a Korra?
You know
Core
how
up is what
it's like what Stroganoff is. He is a magical mutant. Basically.
They're technically still Heyman. It's just, corrupt's just a word people like to use. And look, and what's this guy's name?
This one?
Mm-hmm.
I just had it. God damn it.
Yeah, but Stroganoff's not like ugly. I forget what Stroganoff looks like.
He looks kind of like a genie.
Yeah.
Didn't he have ghost white skin and a black beard?
He has blue. I'll pull it up. He's blue.
I found him.
But to explain
Yeah, Stroganoff, he's kind of got it going on.
yeah, this guy's name was codename Skibalder. You didn't really bother to learn his name.
Called him Skib.
You call him Skid.
Skib.
Skib.
Hey, Skibby.
Skid balding.
And he did not like
Yeah.
that.
Look, he's a corrupt. Technically, Bereau is technically one, but.
Bereau is not that.
Oh, really?
Bereau is.
With their own separate species?
Yeah, Bereau is technically a worm piloting a person.
Mm-hmm.
So it sounds like when they pilot.
Yeah, no, Bereau's not corrupt. If you have any questions on that, she's technically undead. But corrupts are like us Heyman. It's just whatever happened with them and their ancestry was infected by magic. And this is how we get. And I don't know if it was also a scientific experiment, because I kind of doubt his corrupt stat, because he kind of sucks. Yeah, Skip kind of sucks. But he's a good mech pilot. Heck, one of the best of the Empire, but he's kind of gross. Any other details you have about Skid that Bunker remembers?
The other 3, I do not have the images for. I will post them another time.
Mm-hmm.
It is...
Okay.
Their names are Glipnir,
Glipnir.
who has basically a ribbon sword, or a Rumi.
Yeah, they have a ribbon sword or a Rumi. And then there's
Hofund,
Fun.
who is a blind swordsman.
Yeah, they're blind, so be nice.
I will be as nice to them as I am to anybody else.
They're also like one of the strongest swordsmen in the Empire. I mean, not as strong as Odin. Like, I don't get why half of the title is strongest swordsman in the Empire when you're like second place to Odin.
Odin uses the spear.
Yeah, Odin does.
That's true.
Spear.
I mean,
I
don't get why having being strongest swordsman in the land is a title when like warrior is a general all around better title. Like, oh, that guy uses swords. He's probably really good with swords. But if that guy's like warrior, I don't know what he's good at. But if he's better at all sorts of weapons, then he's probably the best.
Yeah.
Does this come from a place of pain?
Moving on. Leslie.
That's
Wait, did have anyone have opinion on the Arumi person? I know they were a lady.
Yeah. I do know that.
She was kind of intense. We didn't talk much.
And then there's the one that...
My headcanon is that she had a crush on you, and so she just had a really hard time talking to you, and that came off as being intense.
Is that
was
Hal
just all
saying
one-
this?
Just one big misunderstanding. Yeah, no, Hal says that.
Oh god, yeah, there was this one time I was walking down the hall, she like breathed and stared at me for like a full minute, and then left. I don't know if that was affection or just her wanting to murder me.
Yeah,
Sounds like
fine line
affection.
between love and hatred.
Well, if she loved me enough, she would have done this. Oh, by the way, Brecken, Bunker reveals what's under his armor to you.
You see the biggest, fattest... No. Look what they did to me. My schmeat is too big. No.
Yeah, no, if you look at the scar map, that's what happened to Bunker. So Bunker's the shittiest cyborg you've ever met.
Yeah, Ari's...
Does Bunker say he's the shittiest cyborg he's ever been to Brecken?
I mean, Bunker self was lower, but
Yeah.
Well, I think Bunker's the best cyborg I could have ever asked for.
how many cyborgs do you know?
You. But you're still the best one.
This is why you're the leader, I guess. Anyway, and lastly, the last Valkyrie. Who's the last Valkyrie, Connor?
The last Valkyrie? Oh, that is Leviathan.
Leviathan?
Yep, Leviathan.
Leviathan?
Leviathan, they are an axeman, and they are the scariest to you.
Yeah, he's very intense. I thought the last lady was intense, but
This guy also had a major crush on you.
oh god, he did the same thing.
Damn, you're popular.
I was Molnir in that group, and we were the Valkyries, and then one day, just to wrap up a long story short, I disagree with an order with Odin. The Valkyries then did what they do best and ripped me to shreds. And then you adopted me into your little group, Brecken, as a mercenary.
Mm-hmm.
So if I have beef with them, I very much so. But I have two good friends with me, and you and Bereau as well. Actually, I'll have some good friends with me. You're all great. I've been meaning to say that for a while.
Bunker, you are probably the closest person I feel
Please
to
don't
on
say
this team.
anything else that might ruin this Brecken. I swear to God.
I was actually saying you are the closest person to Brecken actually on that bus.
Oh. Thank you.
Bunker, you feel like a jerk.
I'm sorry.
Ari does burst out laughing. Yeah, she does burst out laughing. She goes up to Brecken and like pats him on the shoulder, and she says, "You're an idiot, but
Yeah,
I think you're great."
I'm y'all's idiot.
Anyway, does anyone have any questions? Brecken missed out most of the lessons, so he has to stay after class.
Do we know their weaknesses?
I say, give me like 10
That's
seconds
the
fighting them. I'll
thing.
let you know.
I was on missions most of the time, and I know Odin's, but nothing saying that he hasn't developed over time. And the most mysterious to us is the shield of the Emperor. Fuck me, that name.
I told
What's
you,
up with the shield of Emperor?
Golgana.
Golgana?
Yep, that's the name of the shield of the Emperor.
Mm-hmm.
He's the strongest man in the Empire outside of Odin.
How many people do you know who are stronger?
I've been in like one tour in Baladad. Apparently there's the Battle of Two Fields. One had 1,000 men on one field, and the other had 2,000. When Odin was on the one side had basically a total of 3,000 men, and there were just two soldiers left: the shield and the Odin. When Odin emerged from the ashes of the battle, he slayed 1,000 men. When the shield emerged, he slayed 2,000. So that's why he has the title of the shield. That's how the legend goes, anyway.
He might just have more area of effect stuff.
It just sounds like that shield is actually offensive.
Well, he gets to stay in the palace most of the time. I don't know if he's become rusty, but you know.
I doubt it.
Also, I want to ask Brecken, what were you doing other than driving the ship there? And I want to also take you guys on a little tour of what's going to be the interior of the ship, and because I've only done 3 parts of the ship. I have this room. I have a roof that you guys can go on.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
You guys can go on here.
Does the roof have the sound system on it?
Yeah, you can hear.
How is it really safe to stay on the roof while we're moving?
Oh, not at all.
Okay.
There's very much a chance you could be picked up by a jet stream. But it's great if someone needs to get on the roof if there's a big bird or monster.
Is there like a net lining the roof for people to grab when they're on the roof and the bus is moving.
You know, Ari wasn't thinking about the safety features when
It's
they
kinda
were
like-
attaching a death cannon to the ship.
And look who decided to join class. Hi, Bereau.
I'm not Bereau. I don't know who that is.
Anyway, you're getting the F in the class. We went over battle strategy as much as we could, anyway. It's been...
Who we fighting?
Diggins is like, so wait, who is the shield of the Emperor again? I lost track. Also, I don't know how to write. And he shows you his paper, his scribbles.
Also, Ari hands Bereau a small wooden box, and inside of it is a ring on a chain, and it is a personalized ring. And if you put it on your finger, it goes to the shape of your finger, like automatically, magically. And you can see that engraved on it are little things that are very specific to Bereau. So there's like a book with magic coming out of it. There's probably a skeleton. I don't know. There's a few like custom designs on it that are just like engravings of all your journeys together. Ari gave one to everyone. She says she goes to Diggins and she's like, "Sorry, I don't know you like that."
It's okay, I don't know you like that either. He looks over to Bereau. How do they not know me?
I know you, just not like that.
What? Like what?
We're not at gift giving level.
Why?
Ari puts an arm around him and says, "You have much to learn."
Yes.
That is true.
I was born like a few days ago. Or at least obtained consciousness on a level like this.
I'll put you in the same levels of the monkeys. The same lessons as the monkeys, excuse me.
Okay. Are we still going over rooms?
Yeah, no, this is the cockpit. I just wanted to show you the cockpit.
Cute.
Yep.
Nice.
So, I actually want Brecken to roll me something. Before
Sure.
we wrap up a little bit today.
I actually wanted to go over some plans of my own, actually. After. Okay. So I want to know, what's the ideas on everyone's minds? I've been out of the room.
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
Like, okay.
Where to go from here?
Where we're going next, because I have an idea of what to do next.
Because
I think we gotta go visit your home.
Yeah. We're gonna pay the investors a visit.
I'll be honest, Brecken. We should keep caution because if the Emperor knows we're going to Baladad, he's gonna send some stuff at us.
I understand. Okay. All right. What do I gotta roll?
I want you to roll.
Oh, that's right. Since you're here, we can actually do the travel roll.
Yeah, roll me.
I also have some bonuses to travel rolls, I think.
Is it I think.
Actually, no. I think since you had all the bonuses, I just said I'd recover inventory points from travel rolls.
Yeah, that's what we agreed on.
Okay.
So what do I roll?
D6.
Just one D6?
This one D6. Oh, this could have been bad.
This could have been bad?
So, I'm gonna let you know right now. A random encounter only happens on a 6 or higher. So right now, you're taking a very safe route to your home city of Dukan, which is in Bal Hadad. Because you're in an airship now, you're not gonna have to make too many travel rolls, and depending on where you're flying over, which the Quicksand Sea, very easy to fly over. But if you were like flying over directly over the Manos labyrinth, it would have been a higher die. But as you are in an airship, I can't throw little itty bitty monsters at you anymore.
I mean, you could have it that, like...
We just have to fight an entire swarm of pelicans.
I was gonna say you could have it to be, like, we stop to, like, take a rest somewhere, but I imagine we would just switch off who's driving.
Or land in case the engines are overheating.
Yeah. I mean, with having an airship, travel time is not very bad at all. You managed to make it to a airship port in Dukan, and you are able to enter the City of Smoke. To show you all the City of Smoke. Yeah, it's smoke, baby. The air is just thick with hookah smoke. It's sweet smelling, sour smelling, just all sorts of scents, tobacco. It's like the perfume aisle from SpongeBob. It's just nuts here, all the smells you're getting in this merchant selling things left and right on street corners. Someone's hitting a dried out cat against the post. Don't question it. And I'm gonna end this session off on Brecken. I'm assuming you take the party with you to meet your investor.
Yes. But first,
would you like to make a stop?
Yes. We have to make a stop. We have to. Do I know of any places where I could reliably sell the stuff for a good profit?
Yeah. No, there are plenty.
Okay. Any that come into mind in particular?
Boy, I wasn't thinking you were gonna do this episode, but certainly.
I got a meeting. I'm gonna meet the investors. I want to get the money ready.
All right. So, I want you to roll me Insight Will. Because you know these streets. Your mom and dad have taken you shopping here before. And have bartered with people on the streets here before.
Can I get a modifier for a home advantage?
I will actually allow it. You can invoke your Fabula point for rerolls for the home advantage here.
Okay, so only rerolls. Okay.
I'll give you a +2 here. How about that? Sweet. But you can invoke the reroll.
Yeah, I'm invoking that reroll on that one. God. And that's another D10. So that's an 8 plus 6 plus 2, so 16.
All right. So your you find a stand of a very wealthy looking merchant. He's probably got the most decked out little pavilion here. With a big sign that says pawn, basically pawn shop.
Pawns.
The star of pawns, if you will.
I thought it was like pond, like Pond.
No.
And like, what if he's like also a frogman?
Fuck it. We're doing a pawn star joke here.
Can I invoke a fabulous point to make him a frogman, and he works at the Star of Pawns?
Yeah, you see a corrupt man, this magical mutant man. He's got long, greasy hair that goes up down to his shoulders, and it's a receding hairline as well. He's clearly has what is most likely an escort on one arm while he's sitting in a comfy chair smoking a hookah.
Before I walk over, I look over to Ari. Hey, Ari.
What?
Can you back me up while I try to make this sale?
She cracks her knuckles. Let's go.
Okay. And we approach.
So, you come to my tent.
Mm-hmm.
You come to barter.
We've come to barter.
Great, because I don't do much of anything else. Do not do anything, actually. I just sit in chair.
That's pretty apparent.
Mm-hmm.
Have beautiful woman massage my feet if I need to get up.
So we come to you today for a very rare find of an entire smorgasbord of ghost ship treasure.
Wait. You actually got into the ghost ship?
Previously lost to the realm. We have.
Wait. I had a big shipment. I lost it to the ghost ship like 20 years ago. I thought they'd be ruined.
Probably have some of it. We took as much stuff as we could carry.
Everything we could carry.
I want it back.
Mm-hmm.
You better be willing to pay.
How much?
Okay. Can I bargain 40 grand, 40,000 Zenaro?
40,000 Zenaro?
It's a
You're
lot.
right. We're being much too generous. We gotta consider inflation. Make it 80,000.
Oh, hold up.
80,000.
I wasn't going to say no to 40,000. Come on.
No. I don't know. 80,000 does sound pretty reasonable.
No, please. I don't have 80 on me right now. I could definitely get it for you later, but...
You could always find another buyer.
No. Okay. How about this?
I think I see someone good down the street.
I could get you 60,000. Right
Make it
now.
70,000.
How about this? 70. I'll give you 60,000. And out of character. And if you ever need to restock on little knickknacks and whatnot, you can come to me. Free of charge.
Oh. I like that deal.
Sounds good to me.
All right, you have yourself a deal. I reach my hand out to shake his.
He reaches, he shakes your hand. It is slimy.
I think Ari gets up close and she puts her fist on the table and she's like, and remember, the type of people that were willing to go into that ghost ship and get out all the goods. You better make good on your promise.
Yeah, no, of course. You're the boss.
All right.
I'm the captain of the ghost ship, actually.
You captain.
She doesn't say that.
So okay.
The amount of
So
Zonero you are carrying through the street is
like it's. Can I paint the picture? Actually.
yeah. I'll allow it.
So okay, it's literally one of those scenes where like everyone else is like probably carrying like just a regular bag of Zanero, but then there's like Brecken. He's carrying like an entire backpack that's like four. It's like carrying like one of those huge, overly packed backpacks that's like way bigger than the person carrying it, and he's carrying like two other bags with him.
And then Ari is also carrying some.
Oh no, everyone's carrying a bag. We got that much.
Yeah.
Ari has her bike, and she has some on like the saddlebags of the bike.
All right,
Yeah.
all right, team.
Is Bereau? Bereau, I'm assuming you're making Diggins carry it for you.
Oh no, if there's hands, they get a bag.
How big are the bags?
Not bigger than your character. Like they're light enough to where they're heavy enough only to where like you can carry it easily with two arms, but with one it's a toughie.
I'll take one and have Diggins carry another.
What are we doing with these?
Another two.
We are gonna take this to our investors,
Okay.
and we're gonna pay them what we owe them, and
What
with
do we owe the
interest.
investors?
Roughly 30.
Have I met the investors before?
You've met Brecken's brother.
Oh, are we going to be talking to him?
Yep.
Uh,
Because you know what? Like, it was strange. When I was in that ship, I was so helpful to actually remind myself to come by here.
Let's just get the meeting over with. I know we will be happy to see you.
Yeah. You knew
Why? He's getting
the
paid.
goodbye. You know the goodbye bunker was heartfelt. You saw Brecken's mom and Brecken's dad. I'm sorry, you did not see Brecken's dad. Brecken's dad was not there. From what you remember, when Brecken asked where his dad was when he was about to depart, their mom said that they didn't want to be there.
I'm just debating which family members openly dislike Brecken at this point.
It's very easy to tell that Brecken's dad does not like Brecken just through context clues alone.
What about the brother?
All upon hearing this was
Brother, it seems like
his
they
dad
liked
probably
each
cared
other.
so much, and that he didn't want to show up and be a crybaby about it, so that's why he didn't show up. I was against the complete opposite interpretation of it.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what happened.
Yeah.
Look, let's just see if we just meet the brother. Hopefully he's doing well, and we don't run into dear old dad.
I wonder
Anyway,
what he's doing though.
let's not to worry about it.
You also see little newsstands about Magitech technology is not a common thing in Bal Hadad, but it has definitely gotten more common in recent years. Not to mention, especially to keep up with Anu, pushing into things. There are news articles around that I'm gonna actually tell you right now, actually surprise you as you go through the streets of ceasefire. Peace negotiations open up between King of Balhadad and Emperor. Emperor said to make an appearance.
Whoa.
Oh no.
I do not trust this for one bit.
Yeah, I think we were not to trust the Emperor.
I mean,
We
I think
already
the
made that
biggest
mistake
thing-
once.
I think the biggest thing that means is that we thought we were safe because the Emperor wouldn't come here, but it looks like that's not the case.
Ari, with that much power the Emperor has, I don't think anywhere is safe from the Emperor.
That's true.
If he's coming, wait. No, he doesn't have any of our compass pieces, right?
Yeah,
Oh yeah, you weren't there for this. Ari pulls out all of the keys.
Wait,
She
hold
doesn't.
up.
She doesn't pull them out here. She pulled them out on the bus. She was like, "Oh, by the way, I still have these."
Wait, actually, Austin,
Yeah,
did
Austin
we hand to him?
Austin already told me, however, this was pre-established from the end of last session because I had Ari make one last roll last time. Today's session began.
It could have been so funny though.
To do what?
So the whole thing is that like my whole logic was that one, Zal tried to find the keys on Brecken's body. My argument is that Brecken doesn't keep anything on his person, so whatever the hell Zal found on Brecken was not the keys, and instead the keys were actually inside of Lucky's body the entire time as he watched everyone get impaled over in the corner.
I'm going to say the thing that Ari did because I already rewarded them Fabula points for it.
Oh, no, I know. I was just staring.
I mean,
however,
we could say that
a
they were
great.
Lucky's body, but
I like to imagine that you thought they were in Lucky's body, but at some point he like put them up and put them in a box.
I like to imagine before Ari reappears, Brecken's on the floor like bleeding out. He's like, "Don't worry, guys. The keys were inside of Lucky all along," and you put your hand in Lucky's mouth and keep pulling.
They weren't there.
Yeah.
Like, wait.
Oh, fuck.
Wait.
They were in there. We're fucked, guys. We're so fucked. I'm a terrible captain. Ari shows the keys. Good work, first mate.
Wow, is that a promotion?
No.
No.
Yes, but there's no pay bump.
Yes, but it's only honorary.
It's okay, I'll just take one of these without you looking. She just holds up one of the bags of money.
Hey, I tried to bring these Brecken bucks to a real merchant, but they said they kicked me out.
Good. Anyway.
They punched me in the dick and threw me out.
Yeah. Anyway, we cut back to where we're at now. You're approaching the Baddington estate, which Brecken claims to be upper middle class. And I guess by upper middle class, the fact that his family has an estate. Now, granted, it isn't, like, super big. There's, a big backyard, a decent-sized front yard, but the house is fancy as hell. Is Brecken a Nepo baby?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
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 Undoubtedly.
Yep.
Dang, I forgot to change into my nice rags.
I mean, most of us, this seems a lot more fancy.
I feel like Diggins is getting the entire situation recapped by Bereau in the background, so why are the keys important?
Let's let us make a wish. What's a wish?
Yeah, wishes.
Oh, like how I wish to eat people. Like it's a desire, right? So I wish to eat people, and you told me not to do that anymore because you wish not to be eaten. Got it.
But
Yeah.
I says, yeah, you're pretty much spot on.
yeah, no, that's
No,
pretty
no.
specific.
No,
That's
no.
for Yep, that's how wishing works.
Why do you want to
Yeah.
eat people?
Well, I was gonna make way for like maybe, kill someone and hopefully get into a smarter body.
If only all of us could do that, huh?
Because I'm kind of
She,
limited
He
by.
punches Brecken in the shoulder lightly. She just taps him in the shoulder.
I'm limited by the intelligence of this person. And they.
How often can you retain
So have you
information?
tried going to college and
You're
just
stronger.
improving this person's brain?
Oh no, it's slowly decaying right now. It's this body's a shit show.
I may have one guy as a suggestion, but it'd be a major political figure.
All right, I'd love to hear it later, but I think Brecken's about to knock on the door.
Fair enough. Go ahead.
Brecken knocks.
Yeah, you managed. There's like a little gate outside that you already know is always unlocked. You go to the front door and knock. I'm gonna have Hal or Bereau roll me double insight.
You would need to do that for me. I'm not.
Oh yes, I apologize. I forgot you are not. You had no plan to join us, which is fine.
I can roll mine.
Wait, what'd you say, Tom?
Total of 11.
I'm gonna give this to Hal to do. Hal, you notice that someone has actually been tailing you.
Put on.
Can
Can I see who they are?
With an 11, you can tell that they are cloaked. It is a cloaked woman. You do notice a little, just by the color of her hand, that she is of a darker skin complexion. So you're not sure if she is Empire.
She might be like an assassin or a bounty hunter.
Yeah, she might. She's. You're not entirely sure.
As everybody's walking forward, I'll just kind of like jut off to the side, and once they pass me, I'll get behind them, and then I'll just walk up to them and be like, and I'll say,
Go weather around.
I was gonna say, so you a fan of Brecken's? Why you trailing us?
She says, I did not know who Brecken was up until a few days ago. Before that little redhead told me about him.
So are you here to cause us problems, or do you just need to talk to us?
I came to talk to you, but it seems that you are all busy.
I say, what is it about?
I could use your help.
Says, all right. Wait out here, and I just point to a spot nearby. Once we're done inside, I'll let everybody know to come out. We can speak to you. What's your name?
I have her name. Let me pull it up. I had it until I scrolled down. It is my gosh. Yeah. I apologize. I had it.
I also asked her the name of the person that she said. She just mentioned that they had red hair.
You said
I asked her
the the artist from
I then described the only artist that I know that knows Brecken.
Yes, that's the one. I am.
Instead of describe him, you just say, "Oh, the twink."
Well, I didn't want to say it too dramatically. So yeah,
wait.
once I hear that she was coming from him, I say, oh, actually, why don't you just come in with us? And I put my hand on her shoulder and no, it's all right, trust me.
They are going to recognize. I'm going to go.
I say, oh, is it about his family?
No, it's not about his family. It's not that they don't like me. I just do not want to be recognized right now. And they will recognize me.
Ah.
I will wait till
Well, in that case, you don't have to tell me your name if you don't want to. And we can, we'll come out and talk to you.
Yeah, handle what business you have in there first.
Sounds good.
She gives you her name. And she tells you, Treg is. I will tell Treg that you are all right.
I say, oh, you know Treg too?
Yes. Go meet your friend.
Mm-hmm. I say if anything happens that causes us to need to get out of here really quick, I give her the location of where our ship is. I'm like, that's where we'll probably rendezvous.
I will meet you back there.
No. You can wait here.
Okay.
But sometimes things happen. Like the building catches on fire. Some sort of explosion happens. We run out being chased by the local guards. In which case we may not be able to stop here. So if any of that happens,
those things happen.
Yeah. So if any of those things happen, I'm giving you a secondary location to meet up with us. But for right now, wait here, unless one of those things happen.
Also, her name is Paloma.
Another secret thing.
Her name is Paloma. She says, "Oh my gosh, you're right. Treg was right. You guys are exhausting. All right, I will wait here."
Say goodbye, Paloma. I walk away. I catch back up to the rest of the group.
He does a little run to get up to catch up to speed with everyone.
Yeah.
After knocking
he holds his arms out like a frolicking child.
Yeah.
Yeah. Brecken has probably been knocking for like the past 5 minutes. And like, you could stop now, Brecken. Brecken, you could stop. Brecken.
Yeah.
Brecken, stop knocking. Brecken.
I show up and I say,
stop knocking. Help me. He won't stop knocking.
I say, hey guys,
they're already at the door.
I say, hey guys, there's a person that asked for our help.
The only way they'll know it's me.
They know some mutual friends of ours, so we should talk with them after we're done here.
Well, if they'll even let us in, I say as I keep knocking.
The butler has already opened the door.
Actually, there's no butler. Instead,
okay.
Brecken, it's your mom. She starts yelling, "We're letting him in!" "Hello, sweetie."
"Hi, Mom."
She kisses your cheeks and gives you a big, big warm hug. "Oh, are these your employees?"
"Yeah, these are my friends."
"So
nice to meet you, Mama Brecken."
She looks concerned, like she is not prepared for this many guests. In fact, she wasn't prepared for more guests than Brecken.
Wait, what about...
Is it breakfast time?
Oh, I'm sorry, man. We could go if you were only expecting us.
No. You come here. You come in here. We're all going
Hey,
to
is
have...
Jesse around?
Jesse's inside. Have you heard?
Okay.
And
How I
you're
heard
coming
what?
in here. You're all going to have some tea.
Oh, that would
I
be
have some
lovely.
dates frying as well.
Ooh, that sounds nice.
Like Tuesday?
No, dates.
Like the
Yeah,
food.
like Tuesday.
No, date. Like DATE.
Man.
Tuesday's
Yeah,
a day.
like-
It's not a date.
Like Tuesday.
Oh, okay.
A date's more the numbers, not the actual day itself.
She
Anyway.
just makes you all like you find yourselves with tea in your hands, and are brought.
Is there
Sounds
art
boring
of this
about-
lady? Is there art of this lady or no?
Yes.
Oh,
Okay. Oh.
she looks like such a sweetie pie. I
I'm
cannot
kind of
believe their
sad
eyes
she
are
doesn't
like
have
that.
the exact same mustache. as Brecken.
Exact same eye.
Brecken. By the way, did you?
That's how I
did
was
you,
picturing his entire family. Was that they were just different versions of him, but with the same mustache.
Brecken, do you have the? Have you shaved to where it's just the mustache again? Because revealing him... Yeah? Okay, then revealing this will be way funnier now. Your brother comes up to you. Brecken, from right behind you, he just sort of like punches you in the side to tease, and then he gives you a big hug and a noogie.
It's the opposite, Brecken.
What
Imagine,
is their brother's name?
Yeah,
So-
that's what I expected.
no, so what I like to do is like I like to imagine like say like the beard went out like a little bit like longer like kind of like the Amish but curved upwards, kind of like how my mustache curves upwards, his beard also curves upwards. Can I get a Fabula point? Can I put a Fabula down for that?
Hey, you can give me like $5 to fix the art instead. How about that?
Okay, fine. That's doable.
It's not a Fabula point. That's commission me, bitch.
Mission me to draw a beard.
I drew this like a year ago.
True.
You should have at least put that for the process, my guy.
But yeah,
Anyway, what is their brother's name?
Jesse.
Hey, Jesse.
Jesse's girl.
So how's the business been going?
It's been going great. We got
Oh,
quite a haul here.
That is excellent. I have some bad news.
Uh-huh.
The business here has not been going good.
The medicine business.
So some new competition has been edging us out. We've been, trying to stay competitive, tried to make the potions taste better, but that ended up making them less effective.
Do you want us to get rid of the competition?
No. It's just we weren't expecting to take such a loss after I invested in this company.
Uh-huh.
And appearing from the chair in the shadows in the back. It looks like he was in the room the entire time, but was so quiet and still. He didn't notice.
Yeah, Bunker gets freaked out. Oh my god.
A man with a peg leg approaches forward with a fez. He has a goatee.
Business daddy. Oh my gosh.
Hey, Dad.
Can I spend a Fabula point?
Yeah. What for?
Can Brecken canonically call his father Daddy instead of Dad?
Actually, don't even spend a point. I'll just do it.
Hey, Daddy!
Hey, Daddy!
He looks
I'm
at
just like, what?
calls his mom, but Daddy.
Daddy!
Daddy.
Daddy, it's so good to see you!
you. Ugh. I was hoping one of the assassins would have gotten you first.
You sent an assassin after your own son?
Why not? He stole a bunch of money to start a business that has made no money in months.
I guess if you stole the money, you don't care if you get it back, huh? Stolen money you don't get back.
Don't worry, Dad. I got the money back.
Brecken's brother even.
Don't worry, Daddy.
Your
I got the
brother.
money back.
Your brother vouches for you here. And says it was my choice to give him the money, Dad. I wanted him to live his business dreams. He was bored here. I liked it better when he was at least not harming our business. And your mom comes back, is like, anyone want any dates? Anybody?
I do.
That would be
I'll
nice.
goes over immediately. It's like, oh yeah, this is perfect.
Yeah,
right
no,
before you grab yours, Brecken, your dad takes it.
Is there another one?
Ari hands hers over.
He
No.
takes that one
Dad
too,
just take it.
and quickly eats it.
Ari's like rearing up to punch him.
No, I put my hand on Mario. Like, please, not my dad.
It's like, no, this is Daddy.
This is Daddy.
Please, no,
It's my
Daddy.
Daddy. He's my hero.
Bunker is about to drink his tea, and then his dad just takes his cup.
Chugs it. It's still hot, so it burns his throat.
Okay.
Listen, Brecken. Walter.
You ruined it all because of your ego and your pride. Walks away, gets blown up in a car. Anyway.
You think you
Alright.
can just come back here? Because now there's interest involved.
Mm-hmm.
Because you went with... How many months has it been since we started the business? About almost a year, like 9 months. Alright. And without any return of profit, and around that time, multiplied with that, and... You owe us 60,000.
What? No family discount?
They're the investors.
Do you know what happened in that time, Brecken? With our business tanking?
No,
No, I wasn't here.
I wasn't here.
Well, you noticed something about your brother, Brecken? Usually his wife's around. You know,
What?
beforehand the wife had a baby.
Like what's the wife's name?
Hey, Ben, I just need to go on Google real quick to find out who Jesse's girlfriend was in season 2 of Breaking Bad. God damn it. The stupid joke finally comes to fruition. Hey guys, Brecken has been playing one big Breaking Bad joke that hasn't even played into itself at all. It's just been a Breaking Bad joke. That their name is Brecken and they're Badinson.
Brecken Badinson.
Oh, I get it.
Is it Battison or is it
I'm sorry,
I thought it was
Baddington.
Baddington?
My fucking blast. No, I think it is Battison because my my name on my sheet's Battison.
I feel like we always call the bus the Baddington bus.
We do.
Yeah. We've been saying it wrong the whole time.
Well, no, I guess his last name is Battison, but the bus is the Baddington bus. There's just two names.
Yeah. So, you know your brother's wife, actually, Brecken, his beard isn't as lively as it used to be.
Oh no.
Not as perky.
It's like awareness is finally creeping in. Wait. Where's Jesse? Where's your beard? Where's what's her name?
Jane. Well, why don't you tell her? Amy's not wanting to do this to you, or at least even tell you. Well, you see, when the business started doing bad, when we bought that property, I had to foreclose on that. She got upset. She found the richer guy. It turns out they were dating for a while. The son was not mine. That's been my life. I've moved back in with mom and dad.
Dang, she sucks.
I'm gonna tear up in the eyes. I'm gonna go in speechless and just go for a one-armed hug around him while I'm still carrying both bags of money in both hands, and just I'm sorry. As I then let go of the hug and back off.
Hey, it's all right. It's, she was willing to do that to me. How good of a wife would she have been?
Yeah, it's kind of fortuitous that all that happened so that you could find out what a terrible person she is, huh?
Do you know who her family was?
I do not care.
No. What does Brecken know about this lady, Connar?
You know that she also came from a very rich family related to the royal family. Owned a couple of local businesses around town.
She was not just upper middle class. She was rich.
Yeah.
She was rich.
So your brother has been going through a bit of it, to say the least.
All right.
And your dad being a very old-fashioned person. So, you've basically ruined your brother's life, career, and you think giving him a hug is just going to be okay, make it all better?
Well, no, that's what the money's for.
The money? 60,000? All right. He's back to normal. Now he's wifeless, nearly jobless. We want more, Brecken. You've ruined him.
It doesn't sound like a lot of that stuff was his fault at all.
It started with investing. Do you know how much the bus actually cost, Brecken?
Wasn't that 30,000?
He told you it was 30,000? Dad, come on. Brecken, that was a 50,000 Zanero bus.
How much is it worth? yours now.
Oh yeah, it's worth a lot more than that now.
It's not his fault he wasn't told that. He didn't know that.
Yeah, it's Daddy.
Stop
please.
calling me that. It's
Daddy.
pathetic.
Daddy, no! Daddy!
But Daddy, I love him.
Daddy. I understand. But at the same time, that logic's just very jumpy. I understand him losing everything was because of investing in me. And I'm sorry that happened. But
I think the best way to solve it, at least in my eyes, was to have you assassinated. That clearly didn't work. Because clearly no one wanted you enough to even try to kill you.
I say, well, yeah, I mean, revenge usually ends up just hurting both parties.
No, I would have been very happy if he died. Your mom looks so defeated right now and just so ready to punch your dad in the face.
Ari goes up to Brecken's mom and is like, hey, your husband kind of sucks.
I'm sorry, I had to go to the door. I missed the last 30 seconds. What happened?
It's very...
Ari goes up to Brecken's mom and says, your husband sucks.
And I want to punch him in the face.
Ari does also want to punch him in the face.
Do not hit him in the face. He is more bark than actually bites. Ever since he lost a leg, trust me, it is very easy to keep away from him. It is very funny.
Oh, he lost a leg. Grow up. He lost an arm and a leg. Maybe she points at.
He's like, I lost this fighting the Anuians. You lost that to diabetes. I swear to God, woman.
Wait, Mom.
Wow, even in a fast world filled with magic, diabetes is still a major problem.
Wait.
I ask her, like, oh, are we talking about the blue rock candy again?
Sweetie.
Ignacio pipes up and is like, I lost my whole body.
Awesome, Brecken. Here's a question.
If it's a competition.
Imagine he says, if you lose your body, that's a skill issue.
Yeah, basically. I don't know you.
Ignacio shoots a little bit of fire at his like little belt. Catches the end of it on fire.
I don't know you.
He immediately whips out what looks like to be a rapier, spins it in a way that it puts the fire out immediately. Brecken, there's only one way to handle this. You can either duel me and regain your honor, or you can duel your brother and regain your honor. I will fight in his stead, and I will give you no quarter.
Hey, Brecken.
As your bodyguard, do you want me to be in your place, buddy, or?
I think there is another option, and just leave. Who cares about regaining honor?
I do.
Alright.
Brecken's not gonna let this go, Ari.
What can we do to help?
You're not helping him. Tonight. We duel out in the backyard.
Out in the backyard.
Now, hold on. If I may interject,
is this your family?
No.
Yeah, then get the fuck out of my house.
But I am hired by your son, and I also realize,
how much has he paid you?
No. How much did
You haven't
pay?
paid these people, Brecken!
No.
Brecken! What the fuck is wrong with you?
Now, to be fair, we all get a share of the wish. So really, that's what we're getting paid for.
Yeah.
You're paying them with imaginary currency.
Treasure hunting.
I mean, listen, like we have actually split the money during the first treasure hunt.
Yeah.
We do actually split all of the bounties. So in a sense, yes, Brecken actually does pay them profits.
You're doing bounties now?
Lives of treasure hunters tough.
We're not licensed to do bounty. We never licensed you for bounties.
I say, well, I mean, we're outside of the country, so.
Oh yeah, no, we were over in the other country. Don't worry about it.
That was probably
You went over the border?
Yeah, honestly.
Hey,
Gosh, Daddy's such a wet blanket.
Brecken, I was going to try to stick in your stead since I am your hired bodyguard, but since you don't pay me, I'm sorry.
I do pay you. We just haven't taken a job yet.
That's true. It's kind of hard if you're dead.
You should have these people
Honestly,
on salary, not paying them whenever they finish a job.
Yeah, it's commission.
Commission? That's not how treasure hunting. Most treasure hunters get paid in salary.
Have you ever heard?
These people went months without pay, probably.
We gotta find.
I mean,
find the
I've
treasure.
generally been pretty consistent in terms of getting money.
I'm sorry.
We gotta find the treasure first. I don't think you understand.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
The more
this has been the
this
most
guy
lucrative job
talks,
I've
it's
ever
just
done.
like...
Yeah,
the
I've made more money. I've made more money than in this job than being a pirate.
I
And
mean,
just making
She's a
money.
pirate! You're eyeing criminals?
I have to.
I'll say, whoa, Ari's a former criminal.
Technically, I'm a mercenary.
Do you know how
I
hard it
never
is
really
to run a
stopped doing
startup
crimes.
business?
Sorry, Hal.
Next thing you know, you're gonna tell me.
Sorry,
that
what
you
would you
have
say,
people-
Ari?
I never really stopped doing crimes, actually.
Oh, we have a
Well,
criminal.
I
I
Great,
say,
great.
shh, not in front of Daddy.
Next,
Yeah, sorry, Daddy.
next thing you're gonna
I
tell
was
me.
just assuming that his name is
What?
Daddy.
Wait. Okay, hold up. Okay, go ahead.
Next thing you're gonna tell me, you're gonna have you have Anuian soldiers working for you now.
Former Anuian soldier.
What the fuck?
Bunker
Kicks over
like
a
coughing.
table. He kicks over an expensive coffee table.
The only thing that can be worse than this is literal eldritch abominations.
Hal and Robo start sweating.
Yeah, hold up. Ari's just like, guys, this guy's a jerk. We should shut up. And then Bunker's just like, hold up, let him cook.
How does he know?
No, it's just like no. Just after he says that, just like, we got Hal.
He looks-
Yeah, I'm only half an Eldritch Abomination currently, and that's probably temporary.
oh,
Yeah, apparently he has a demon inside of him.
Alright, we may be oversharing a little bit.
Hold on. I mean,
So-
look, I mean,
We
So let me get
I'm
this.
gonna be
for
real.
months knowing each other, and we're
Look,
just killing all the beats of my family.
Hell hasn't really done anything wrong. If anything,
He did almost kill me back when I was alive.
my
Says
brother
Dig-
says that.
no Diggins.
Yeah, I was like, oh, Dickens, I forgot you were here.
Two Eldritch Abominations.
Can I eat these
No,
people?
no. It's just like then I pull out. Then like Lucky speaks up.
Oh,
And
you
don't
brought.
forget their
What
dog.
happened to the dog?
No, that's actually crossing the lines. Like, I don't do pets, Brecken.
Brecken, what did you do to the dog?
You know I'm allergic to dogs.
What,
Did
you mean
bring it?
Lucky? I pull Lucky out in the ball. I don't think he knows about
Aw.
Lucky.
He does. I thought it was canon that you had Lucky as a child.
We found him in a I found him in a cage of like one of those like a circus gatherings because he was supposed to be an animal. But then like as soon as Brecken let him loose, he kind of rampaged. But he grew fond of Brecken, and that's how pretty much the journey started.
Oh, you did one good thing. You
So
fucking...
did you like hide him from your father?
A little bit.
Yeah. Okay.
Your mom said yes. Your dad said no.
But the dad then... I feel like he's the dad that says no, but then falls in love with the pet anyway.
Yeah, he actually starts scratching Lucky.
He actually already has Lucky out of my hands.
Yeah, he's
like,
petting Lucky right now. Oh yeah, that's a good spot.
He is purring.
Yeah. He's like doing the gum scratches that Lucky loves so much.
So like, he literally can grab Lucky even faster than Brecken can grab Lucky. So like, it's basically like instant transmission grabbing.
Yeah. Like every time there's a screen cut, it's almost like there's two Luckies. They're just being passed.
Every time there's a screen cut back to Walter, he's already has Lucky in his hands. It's just like, and I don't have him back until I have to leave.
Yep.
There's like a very brief point in where Lucky is in Hal's hands and Hal doesn't know how he got there, and you both like do like a side look over and Hal just starts sweating again, and then it goes back to the same bit from before.
It's back in his hands. Okay.
Your brother is awkwardly sitting on the sofa, eating a date, looking real embarrassed that this is his first interaction with all of you.
Who is?
Your brother. Your mom is trying so hard just for all of this to ignore all of this.
I'm going to take on my dad in a duel. Yeah. Tonight. Next session. On Fabula Ultima.
Meanwhile, the ending credits bit of this.
Brecken does this, and like Bunker's just like, who are you talking to?
I will duel you tonight in the backyard on the next session of Fabula Ultima Pyrithal. It's just like, and like he's just like staring at like one corner of the room, and everyone's just like,
"What are you looking at?"
And like the credits are playing on like those 80 years old VHS filter.
I want to the ending credits bit. It like cuts to the credits for a little bit for this session, and then we cut to Paloma, who's been waiting outside for hours.
And
it's just sort of like, where the fuck are they? You just stay in your house until nightfall.
Oh no, actually, I was actually just gonna end it there, and then like I was just gonna hopefully do errands the next session. Like at least do some prep before I duel.
Why would your dad allow that?
Because it's the morning, and he said tonight.
He wouldn't let you leave.
His dad is like, oh, you're right, I don't want to hang out with you until then.
He wouldn't let you leave, but he doesn't want to hang out with you.
We'll do errands for you, Brecken. Just give us a grocery list.
Oh no! Didn't we have to go talk to Paloma outside? Paloma. Plus, like I said, just some prep and like talking to Paloma, and that's all. But next time.
All right. Hey, I'm Boosh Connar / your GM this evening. There's going to be links in the description for everybody here. Unless Tom, do you have a plug?
I do. I have several plugs. I've got one in the bathroom. I've got some hooked up into electrical wires, but the
Good
thing
night,
that
everybody.
I will be...
Go ahead.
Oh wait, I was gonna plug a thing.
All right, plug it.
All right. My plug for today is rice. You can make large amounts of it.
Good night, everybody.